Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome on in. It is Thursday night and it is time for another stream. I hope you're all having a good day, good night so far. Yeah, I hope it's been a good one. We are rounding out this Thursday here on the East Coast of the United States. Yeah, looking forward to Friday and weekend. I hope you have some awesome things happening to look forward to. Yeah, I'm just talking while I sip my coffee. But hey, this is Wagworks GA. In case you didn't know, I'm Jeff. You can also call me Wags, and we do art on this channel. I am the artist half of a creative team with my wife Ashley. We work largely in kids comics, so we collaborate with some friends on a Substack newsletter slash soon to launch digital magazine called CoreToons, which is short form comics for kids. With like a little bit of educational stuff in them. Let me turn this down just a little bit. Yeah, so you'll see me working on a lot of stuff there. We also work on some more middle grade to more general audience stuff. You'll see some slice of life comics. We just had a piece that is in the Off to the Publisher Kids Comics Unite anthology. That's for more of like it's targeted more middle grade, so that's ages 9 through 12. CoreToons, they're talking more kindergarten through 5th grade-ish, but hey, anyone can read it, and you might just learn something. It's good times. Otherwise, you'll see me doing video game fan art here sometimes. That's actually what we'll be working on tonight, which is pretty exciting, because I love video games. Yeah. I'm a parent of 2, and I work a day job, so I don't get as much of a chance to play, but you know, I do get to make the art, and that's pretty fun. Yeah, anything else? Any other announcements going on tonight? I think it's a pretty quiet week overall. Nothing too crazy going on. I finished the animation that we were working on last week. I'm excited to send that out for the magazine. Maybe we can preview that. Maybe we can do that if we want. Actually, let's do that. I was getting there when we last stream, but it's come a long way. Let me just hop over to art view just quickly here. Hey Frank, how's it going? How's it going? Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good night. It's just showing the finished animation. It's good to go, I think. Let me start at the beginning. What? Old looking. I guess old looking is maybe better than just straight up old. I don't know. How do we feel about that? Old looking versus old. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna go with the typical answer of like it's all kind of relative, you know. So fun thing, when I open up my when I open the browser to my Twitch page, there is, you know, it recognizes me obviously, and it says like, hey, you know, there's a little trailer for like, hey, you should do a channel trailer so that people can see, you know, learn about your channel while you're not live. The Disney fireworks are going right now, and actually I believe tonight it's the Halloween party. They just started that up. Hold on, I might need to see if I can screen share this because it's kind of hilarious. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it. As long as I don't create a crazy feedback sound loop, because I'm live, so it won't do it. That's why. Anyway, yeah, I'm live. That's okay. Yeah, it's not gonna show me that same PSA. I should put a fireworks cam. That would be cool. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. I only have the one cam right now, and I don't feel like moving it all around, but I should. That would be fun. Start off every stream with fireworks, or maybe start a little bit early. They've been starting at 10 all the time now. It used to be just for the party nights, the special events. But now, because they have, I think, the nighttime parade, they start them a little bit later. I'll tell you what. Let's see. What can we see from here? Just a moment. This is gonna be hard to line up, but I can try it. All right, here we go. We're going on a trip, chat. We're going to Disney. Can you kind of? Nope, it's behind the neighbor's thing. Hold on. How long is this cord? No. There's some. Can you see that at all? You might be getting reflection. I can't see the monitor at the moment. Yeah, it's a little bit behind stuff, especially this time of year when there's actually leaves on the trees. But they're just out there, just hanging out. This will take a bit more setup to get right. I'm gonna put you back. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. So we'll just chalk that up to needs a little work, but we can make that happen. That would be fun. I'd like that. I'd like that. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so I went to prepping for stream. I went to my Twitch page, and it's got this trailer for like, hey, you should make a channel trailer, but the trailer, it's a very similar white bookshelf background. It's cubes instead of this, but like, so it's kind of similar to my background already. And it's a guy with hair very similar to mine, except he's got like, facial hair too, and it's white. So it's like old Jeff. I'm like, oh my gosh, did Frank do this? I don't know why. Somehow I assumed that you did it and somehow pranked me on my own page, but they cloned me. Hey, wait a minute. Cloned me and aged me. We'll go with that. I should do a channel trailer. I feel like I need to get... The problem is I feel like I want to get actually entertaining clips from stuff, and that means I have to go back, like take the time to go back and like watch all of them and pick the clips, and I don't... It's hard to do that. How much are my resident tickets at Disney? I think if you do the Pixie Pass, which is like the entry level ones as a Florida resident, it's like the cost of 1 or 2 trips to the park. It's not. Let's see. Parks.disney.com. Just a moment. Just a moment. I know this is riveting. It's not the Incredipass. Yeah, so you can break it down monthly. But yeah, it's about $25 a month per person. I don't look too old. You know what? I will take that, and thank you, Katie. I appreciate that. 100%. Yeah, about $25 a month per person. So it's not super much more than like a couple of tickets to the parks, so it definitely makes it attainable to go regularly. We wouldn't really get to go that much if it wasn't for annual passes. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, I relearned something new-ish today. But yeah, so I can't do the channel trailer thing. It was just so funny. I'm like, it just looked just enough like my background and me that I was like, is this some like weird filter on like my own video? Like, what is happening right now? You're getting the tooth pulled. Well, you don't have to be old to get a tooth pulled. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're always welcome in the club, but like getting a tooth pulled could happen at just about any age. I had a tooth pulled when I was like, 16? You tied it to a, woolly mammoth and had it walk away. Yeah, true story. But I'm glad you're getting it out if it's been causing you grief. Has it been any better in the last like week? Let's see. What was I gonna do? While we're chatting, I was in theory doing something. Yeah. Well, I showed you the animation, so I'm excited about that. That is all done. I'm now working on some OBS stuff for doing some interviews for the magazine. Magazine launches next month. We have a summer preview out right now. Looks old. My brother's a damn liar, Katie. Okay. Thanks, I think. That's fine. No worries. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm working on some OBS stuff. I'm gonna do an interview of our feature for but that won't be a stream. It'll be just a recording that goes in the magazine and probably goes out to our CoreToons YouTube, all that stuff. We're gonna have a bit more like comics plus some extra elements, so we're excited for that. Aside from that, we've kind of picked up another anthology that we working on something for, so you'll probably be seeing that on stream sometime in the near future. We're still fleshing out like which story and how we want to tell it. That one's gonna be. But this one is not KCU level of like the big process. And there'll be no crowdfunding. We're just gonna. It's a small group. It kind of branched out of one of our critique groups, and we're gonna be putting together this, pretty short. We're just gonna try to do every 6 months or so. She forgot her wallet? What is the context for this? But anyway, yeah, so we're going to put it together, and we're going to probably just put it out on Amazon Print on Demand. So nothing too crazy. But that is in a ways out. We're not ready to start anything on that yet. But tonight, since I wrapped up the animation and wasn't quite ready to hop in on the next CoreToons, and we've been doing quite a bit of CoreToons lately, I thought we'd do something a little bit different. Oh, cool. Yeah. What comics do you want to? Should I open up anything? I mean, feel free, obviously. I might just hop to warmup. Or were you joining on warmup this time, Frank? Because I can wait for you otherwise. Yes, you show her instead. Okay. What do I got to show? Are we looking at like CoreToons stuff, or are we looking at? I've got a few different things. Can't join. You're in a car. Oh, cool. Where are you going? Yeah, so we do. We do a few different types of comics. One is like an educational one for younger kids. That's CoreToons. Let me pull up one of my favorites of that one. Whataburger. Nice. Hold on. Nope, that is the wrong one. You can't see what I'm doing, and that's fine. And that's fine. Oh, there you go. Okay. All right, let me hop over to art view. So there we go. This is one of them. In her preschool classroom? Absolutely. Please do. In fact, if you want to see a bunch of them that might be good for that, like not just ours, but also some of our other friends with CoreToons, there's the Substack. It's just coretoons.substack.com. And you can look at it without subscribing if you want to check out what we've got there. We are launching a website. It's not quite ready yet, where you'll also just be able to see the comics that we've got. Thank you, Frank. That was exactly what I should have done. Yeah, so absolutely. So this is our series that's aimed more at grades 3 through 5. If you have a preschool classroom, you might want to look at we have one that's more kindergarten through 2nd grade, and they're largely wordless, so they could really work for preschool as well. Oh, awesome. Yeah, check it out. I think if you've got a preschool classroom, I think it might be good for that. Sunny Skies is, yeah. So like, here was our first one. We do 2 series that involve weather, since Ashley and I are both meteorologists. And the younger one is called Sunny Skies. The older one is called Weatherwise. So yeah, this is actually the first Sunny Skies that we did. It's mostly wordless. I think this might be the entirety of the words that we have in the series so far. Oh, hey, welcome on in. Can I call you Chamomile? It's no Loosey Goosey. I know. I mean, it's hard to replicate Loosey Goosey. But I mean, Frank, do you want to plug Loosey Goosey right now? It seems like the appropriate time. But yeah, so these are our more educational but still fun, like kid-facing stuff. I also do some just slice of life stuff about, you know, our family. Like, where's a good one? Oh, I know. Frank, I think you said you liked this one. The Should We Be Concerned? But yeah, Chamomile, well, come on in. I hope you're having a good night so far. Say goodnight to Ash, everyone. So this was based off of a real event. Yeah. Ash and the kids heading to this was actually the Smithsonian when we were up in DC for one of my work trips. But yes, please do follow Frank over on Instagram for Excellent Goose Comics and a whole lot more. Like, how many series are you up to again right now? You're in the Whata drive-thru. It's been a while since I've had Whataburger. I know they're around here. I just haven't really, and we don't go out that much for stuff anyway. If we do, we go to Disney mostly. Okay, you're focusing on Loosey Goosey. Nice. Are you working on any new ones then, I'm assuming? At any rate, those are a few of the comics that we do. I also did the like a more Dungeons and Dragons themed one for the anthology. Yeah. You're remastering them? So is this like Loosey Goosey Deluxe Edition? Yeah, and then of course there's, you know, I'm going to show this animation one more time just because I'm pretty proud of it, honestly. I think it came out pretty good. Whee. What is this track? Okay, cool. Anyway, that's kind of an overview of the comics that we do and the what I typically work on. Well, Frank, since you are not going to be able to join for warm-up, I'm going to go ahead and hop in on that. Close out the animation. Actually, I'm going to hop over here. So yeah, so for those of you who are new to stream, I typically warm up with Pokemon, and we're going to use the random Pokemon generator to pick out our warm-up subject. Let me just... Oh, actually, I don't think... Okay. I thought I had that in this view. We're going to go back to art mode. Cool. All right. And there we go. Goodness gracious. There we are. All right. Random Pokemon generator. Here we go. We're just going to generate 3. I'm going to pick one of them, and that's going to be my warm-up. It's just a quick little exercise to get us going. All right. So we've got Tynamo, Gothita, and Tangela. What do I want to do? Thanks, Frank. All right. Do I want to do Tangela? I kind of want to do Tangela. Yeah. All right. That's who we'll do. All right. Let me pull a quick reference over here. Also, I'll drop this. All right. All right. Do the dark type. Tangela is harder. I do like the Gothita chamomile. Let's see. But I am kind of having fun with the idea of the challenge of the Tangela. So maybe tonight we'll do. Okay. Wait. Hello? There we go. Better. Just labeling my layers real quick. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a 5-minute warm-up. We're just gonna do a quick sketch. It's not gonna be finished or you know, perfect, but it's just to really loosen up. That's kind of the whole idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a start in. Your kids' comics anthology comic, like, where's the book? It's in China right now, being printed. Yeah, that's exciting though. I've never gotten to hold my my own work in my hand in like a traditionally printed format, so I'm very excited for it. You bought it like 2 years ago. Frank, the Kickstarter just ended in May. Right, I can banter while we're sketching. So I'm gonna start it. 5-minute timer right now. Here we go. Never pre-ordering again. Well, hey, on the bright side, I'm assuming, I mean, I don't know if you said, you know, that you wanted your name in there, but as a backer, your name should be in the book, which is pretty awesome. Maybe if they do another one, you should put a comic in there. I think that'd be pretty cool. All right, I need to check. So I had an old license for Clip Studio Paint 1.0. All right, so we're gonna start out with our rough shapes. Actually, hold up. How does a Tangela sleep? Maybe something like this. Although then it's this weird thing where there's just like the eyeball. Something like that. I don't really know how this works. I was originally gonna do it very similar to the pose in the reference, but I didn't want to just copy the reference. But this is kind of a weird pose. Well, right, because if you backed it, there's gonna be an acknowledgements page, and that was part of the survey, is how you would want your name to appear in the acknowledgements. Just draw a ball of yarn. Well, I'm just trying to figure out this posing, like, how does that work? So like that, and then have this guy come out here. Oh boy. Frankie picked a hard one. I should have gone with a dark type. Sorry, Katie. Can't tell if this is cute or nightmare fuel. Alright, so yeah, one coming out this way. Nope. Nope. I'll get there eventually. Maybe I kind of want it going this way. Like that. Oh, so Katie, you draw too? That's awesome. Or do you, I mean, do you also do paint and other things? Maybe have one going this way, because we don't have a whole lot. And that way, and I kind of want it to seem like just all the vines are sort of splayed every which way, because it's sleeping and it's just kind of a bless this mess situation. She paints. Cool. I have a lot of respect for the painting. I probably haven't touched a paintbrush since my junior high art class. But it's very cool. Wait a minute. I am just imagining there's some sort of sibling arm punch happening right now. More of a crafter. Okay. So here's the you know, I can't really tell entirely what's going on here, but I feel like that's entirely appropriate for Tangela. It just kind of makes sense. Oh, you crochet in some board. That's cool. I actually learned a little bit of crocheting and sewing, like during COVID, like 2020, 2021. Okay. This Tangela, I feel like this is a good representation, although it is gonna need some cleanup if I ever want to come back and finish this one. Crochet a Tangela. I mean, the way that I would do that is to do a bunch of like finger crochets and then just kind of tie them together in a giant knot around two like foam spheres for the eyeballs. Don't listen to him. We already know he lies. Yeah, we do know that actually. My kid, it seems like every year or two I reintroduce the kids to the concept of like the finger crocheting, because those chains are so easy to make and you can create like all sorts of stuff with them. They like to use them like ribbons and all that. It's a pretty good time. All right, I'm pretty happy with this. Again, it's gonna need some adjustment. I'm gonna need to, you know, if I'm gonna come back and work on this another time. But for now, I will take it. And I feel like it accomplished its mission of warm up. Yeah, I will say knitting and sewing, both of them, or knitting and crocheting, I find incredibly relaxing to do. I don't do them a whole lot, but when I do, they're nice. Today is the 21st. All right, cool. This is saved. Oh no, you did not just throw down the dog insults. Although we do fully support Lily here on this stream. To be fair. Okay. So I'm just gonna move this so that I know for next time that I need to adjust the positioning. That's better. I feel like it could also be a bit more spherical. Yeah. Okay. But in the meantime, save, close it. Because for tonight, because we're a little bit in between where I'd like to be, I have to figure out a concept before I can start on my next CoreToons one. And we've been doing a lot of CoreToons lately. We're gonna hop back to some fan art, also of Pokemon. Since Disney has officially started doing Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, I'm taking that as my cue to start spooky season. And I'm pulling up this Chandelure fan art piece that I started back last year. I don't even remember. So I think, yeah, just before Halloween, excuse me, the 26th of, not last year, oh my gosh, this was 2 years ago. I started it as a warm-up sketch, and I think maybe a year later during Halloween season, I pulled it out and got these colors in, and now I'm gonna continue on it and try to finish it up in theory. So that's what we're working on tonight. A little bit of Pokemon fan art. Maybe I'm a little inspired by Pokemon Worlds that just happened this last weekend. How old am I? Oh my goodness. I don't know if I've ever actually said on stream. And I'm now debating whether I actually want to say it. It's not like a big deal, but let's do this. Let's see how old you think I'm. 49? Come on, man. Seriously, come on. 49. 32. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that one. Okay, so you're sharing to make it more even keeled. Okay. So if you added our ages together, Frank, we would be 70. Let's pose it in the form of a math problem. All right, what I'm doing? I'm adding some shading, I think, is what I'm doing. OMG, Grandpa. You guessed 49 first. I am less than 49. Come on, man. I don't know. I'm going to stop saying "come on, man" repetitively because it's kind of obnoxious. But yeah, that's about where it is. Let's add a little bit of shading. Do hard shadows first. We're on multiply. Make sure my pen is right. So what I was saying before is I had an old license for version like 1.0 of Clip Studio. So I set it up on another computer for the kiddos to use. But because we use OneDrive to sync everything, though it remembers like last colors, last brush, all of that between the different computers. So I need to always check my settings to make sure they're not significantly different than what I expected. Thank you. I appreciate that. It is one of those things where throughout my life, I've been told that I definitely don't look as old as I am. like when I was in, you know, grad school or had freshly graduated, people would like ask me what grade I was in. So I think that's a blessing. I'm pretty happy with that. I'll take it 100%. All right. I do need to make sure I've got my reference layered. I do. Yep. That filled something it wasn't supposed to. She forgot your drink. The outrage. Just absolutely let's riot. It's too big of a brush. Diet Dr. Kelp. Interesting. I'm not familiar with Dr. Kelp. So does this technically mean that we were all hanging out at Whataburger together? Is that what this is? Because if so, I'm cool with it. Alright, let me check this reference because I'm trying to figure out the dimensionality of this a little bit. Okay. Sure thing, what do you want? Oh, I'm good, I just ate. But yeah, just along for the ride. Just along for the ride. Although the buffalo wings do sound good, tell you that much. Frank, I still need to get back to you about emote commissions, don't I? I do intend to do that. Oh, now you have to hold all the food. So I should expect a decrease in typing for a moment here. 200. And I might have to save my pennies for a little bit in that case, before I can do that. That is a bit more than my usual stream budget. But you're using voice dictation. That's pretty good. It works pretty well, honestly. I mean, I feel like that's 100% the appropriate use of this technology. Absolutely. We have the technology. We can rebuild pee pee poo poo pee pee butt. That might be the closest thing to profanity I've ever used on stream, which is kind of hilarious. So I didn't check these fills, and I'm not as pleased with them as I might be. Where's Ashley? She went to bed. You maybe didn't hear I said say goodnight to Ash. She, yeah, it's that time. She is more the morning person of the family, and I am the night owl, which is why I stream late. I am having to train myself to not be as much of a night owl, of course, but You know how it goes. As a meteorologist, what do I do all day? Oh, this is great. Hold on. I actually, when I did my presentation, I actually did a whole slide about this. So hold up, I'm getting it ready, so I can. I bet you didn't expect a PowerPoint. Okay, that's gonna go. That's not quite what I wanted. Hold up. Okay. I'm doing this. I'm doing it all the way. Hold on. Okay. That is not what I wanted. Ugh, come on, man. That's what I want. All right. Okay, so I went the wrong way. I just need to do this. Okay. So, all right, yeah, so I'm a research meteorologist, which means you may be wondering what that is. You know, these guys, storm chasers, that's not me. You know these guys, you might know specifically this guy, broadcast meteorologist. That is also not me. This is me. This is what I do. I sit behind a computer most of my day. I do data processing, and I write programs that use like computer model forecasts to help make even better forecasts that go out to forecasters and help them make those National Weather Service forecasts that preserve life and property. No worries, Frank. Anyway, that was, yeah, I made a slideshow, a slide about it for my presentation at the library. It was good times. But yeah, right now I'm working a lot with fire weather forecasting, so helping improve forecasts for conditions that are especially conducive to wildfires and their spread. Oh, keep in mind she's driving right now. I should have looked at that before I did the PowerPoint. But yeah, I'm a research meteorologist. I did at one point plan to be a broadcast meteorologist. Excuse me. That's what I get for drinking coffee and talking at the same time. I'm okay though. Cool. 1 second. Sorry, that coughing might have been really loud. I tried to mute it in time. So yeah, don't try to drink coffee and talk at the same time. That's what I learned. I did plan on being a broadcast meteorologist, and if you watched Tallahassee Public Television for a certain period of time, you would have seen me on the Florida State University weather show. But that was a very long time ago. And then I got recruited into grad school and research, and because I like programming. And that's how I got where I am. Anywho, now that I'm done coughing obnoxiously in people's ears, Mostly done, apparently. Yeah, this one is just not quite as clean as I guess I've been working lately. I'm finding myself having to do a bit more cleanup than I intended. Alright, I think we're pretty good right now. Alright, let's get back to those shadows. That one didn't quite close. Better. Okay. But I can give more details if you're looking for something more specific about what I do. But I'm not a forecaster, nor am I on TV, unless you count Twitch.tv. That's my TV. I like doing this kind of, yeah. You guys good over there, Frank, Katie? Oh, gotcha. No worries. There's a little bit of flat color I need to fill in yet. Man, what did I do on this fill? This is just... Not quite as clean as I'd like. Yeah. I have to go back and yell at a year ago Jeff for whatever he did. Okay. I think I got that now. Alright, that's not bad. I can turn off my reference. Okay. Yeah, smooth out this one a little bit too. Give it a little bit more of that rounded feeling. Okay. This line is bothering me, so let's fix that. Okay, that is better. This one too, my goodness. Excuse me. Hey, welcome back. Enjoying your buffalo wings, I hope. Okay. This is all right. I feel like it still needs something a little bit more, but I'm not sure what it is just yet. Maybe I'll do another soft light layer and add a little bit of airbrush. A few spots to give it kind of that gentle, dull, reflective feeling. 100? Something like that. You forgot your drink and then spilled your other drink. It happens, right? It happens. Okay. I think the Chandelure is pretty good. I'm about ready to start hopping in on... Oh, but the... I feel like maybe I don't need the line on the flames. I think that might be actually... It might be better if I removed it. Let's take a look at this. Okay. First up, I want to make sure these guys go far enough that they will intersect. Yes, I think that's good. You stole her husband's drink. Wait a minute. Drink stealing. Sounds serious. This one definitely did not go far enough. This one's good. Okay. Let's see what this looks like if I just remove these lines. Yeah, that's better. That is better. Yes, sir. Oh my gosh. What? Yes. Why didn't I do that before? I like it. Do old man voice. Do old man voice? Why did I do old man voice? What's going on? I tell you what, back in my day, we didn't have your fancy Whataburgers. We had to march 10 miles up the hill for the old cow slaughter burger. I don't know where I'm going with any of this. I really don't. Truly. You know, maybe I should change that line color, hey? Does Ashley do the same thing you do? Which... I feel like there could be a lot of different answers to that question. Which thing are we talking about? Alright, let me try this. For work, no. So she actually retired from the meteorology stuff to do like when we were bringing home our second child, just to dedicate to being with the kids. It was not a forced decision. We definitely talked about it, and I did try to make a bid to be the stay-at-home parent. But when she was working in meteorology, she actually was, her job was actually much cooler. So she worked for a wind energy company. She did wind resource assessments, stuff like that, helping determine if places would be suitable for wind farms, and helping find the best spots to place wind turbines within a place that was already designated as a farm. And before that, she worked for the National Weather Service as well. She was I guess it's like their internship program. I like this better without all these. Okay. All right. I can talk more about this in a minute. I definitely have to use the bathroom right now. So I'm going to take my break. I'm going to run a quick ad break. And I'll be back in about 2-3 minutes. But we can talk more about this when I get back. Yep, so I'm going to throw us over to be right back. And yeah, yes, I'll be back. All right, and we are back. Hope y'all had a good break. So, all right, let's keep going on this Chandelure. What is going on with this? Are there actual lines underneath here? It's fun when you haven't worked on a piece for like a year. No, that's just flat colors. Okay. I can work with that. Nope. What? Right, I know what it is. So I have a clipping mask on there. Oh, okay. So if I... There we go. Okay. But yeah, so Ash actually worked as an intern at the Weather Service office before she went into the wind energy field as well. So she's done a lot of cool stuff within meteorology, actually. Your wings were good. What kind of sauce did you get? Just standard buffalo? I say that as if it were a bad thing. Nope, that was too much. Explain life from the 80s. Honestly, I feel like I can't give that good of an explanation of it. Like, I was still fairly young. Like, that was such a, I don't know. It's, by the time that it would be into kind of those more like elementary school years where you'd start to remember a bit more, you know, it's already getting into the 90s. So I don't have a great like specific like, oh yeah, this was definitely the 80s sort of set of memories, because it was just, you know, also that's when like you're less really aware of that kind of thing as a kid. You're not like, oh, this is, you know, this is this decade. And yeah. The 90s? The 90s were like a fever dream. No, like what element of the 90s? Like, it's just, they're all very distinct. There were very distinct sub eras of the 90s, right? Like, you know, like 1991 was a very different time from 1999. Was it cool to skip school in the 90s? Bless you for thinking that I was like cool. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't skip school. Like I wasn't a skipper. I was excited for school. I was, you know, the honor roll student doing AP and honors classes, and yeah, like, I mean, because by the time, yeah, like, so 99, I was in high school. By then I would have been working. I did track, cross country. I had a part-time job at a shoe store and was already taking some AP classes. Yeah. So if it was cool at that point in time, I am not the best person to tell you that. I was not like the kid who was invited to parties and stuff. I had like my core group of friends. I played. We had a MUD that we played on, so that was, you know, multi-user domain, the predecessor to the MMORPG. A text-based, basically D&D realm, and yeah, me and my friends, my closest friends, we played on there. Yeah, also played our fair share of console games, stuff like that. Doom, Jedi Knight. By then I had gotten into Final Fantasy, so I was getting big into the JRPG. Who was the worst customer I remember at the shoe store? Your DM is slacking? DM is in Dungeon Master or direct message? Or am I just totally missing something? Yeah, worst customer. You know, I don't know if there was a specific worst. I remember there's just like a certain type where like you already kind of know within the first 5 minutes, like, that they're gonna have you bring out like a dozen pairs of shoes from the back, and they're gonna walk out not buying any of them. Like, that was the least favorite, just because it's like, okay, I'm gonna be with you for a solid half an hour trying out different things, and then yeah, ultimately you're not gonna get anything. Oh, you're the DM. That's fun. I have not tried DMing yet, ever, but I do enjoy playing now. Oh, you'll get one pair at least. Sorry, I thought you were talking about you were the DM. You'll get at least one pair. See, I feel like there's a difference. Like, if it's at least like, and don't get me wrong, people have the right to try something, and if none of them work, that's okay. But at the same time, like, from the perspective of like working at the store, and just knowing like, okay, I'm gonna be like with this person for this long, and then like on top of that, I'm gonna have to put all these shoes back in the back room, and they didn't even want any. The group is combative about Sriracha. I like that name a lot. Okay. I think I need to fix this line. Yeah. No, that's not right. So I need to erase this line so we can see. Okay. Now I know what I'm doing. Yep. Cool story, bro. Oh, you're Sriracha. I get it, Sriracha. Wait, what's your for Sriracha? What race and class are you? Yeah, I hate to admit it. We have still not seen Superman. Come on, really? Okay. Let's just get this guy out of here so I can erase it. All right, that's pretty good. So let's give me another one. Okay, that's fine. So much cleanup from past Jeff. Come on, man. Okay, that's okay. You're a dwarven fighter. Oh, that's fun. Instead of getting intel, they stormed the castle immediately. We get results. You know, for what it's worth, I do think it is sometimes necessary to have a little chaos in the campaign. In our like library D&D group, we're doing Wild Beyond the Witchlight right now, and we're in thither, and we were dealing like at Granny Nightshade's place, and I'm not usually this player, but like I knew when they're like, there's a fire elemental and it's a tree. I'm like, oh, we're definitely starting this place on fire, which is very much not my character, which is kind of fun, but. Okay, this is coming together. This is looking all right. We're mostly tidied up at this point. There we go. Okay. You killed a janitor in the castle? Okay. I think... Oh, hold up. I lied. Yes, I'm now relatively pleased with the Chandelure where this is at. So I can start working on figuring out what I want to do with the background. Oh. Goodness gracious, so much cleanup. Come on, past Jeff, what were you doing? The janitor is haunting you. What does a janitor haunting look like? I am curious. Alright, so we'll do the background. Did I really just... This is all sketch. Okay. So let's just do a flat background first. He cursed you with superpowers? Like cleaning superpowers? Okay, let's do this. I don't... The purple's not gonna quite do it. No, let's saturate. Yeah, that's good. He was the leader of a secret society bent on freeing magic users, and he left an invisible brand on the party that won't vanish until they carry out his vision. He died in one hit. Classic glass cannon. All right. Background ground. Background sky. Is that what I want to do? I think that's what I want to do. Let's gradient this. And orange? Yes. This is what I want. If they don't follow through, the Ember Circle members will hunt them down. And you'll do it too. I'm assuming the rest of the Ember Circle is stronger than their, leader is/was. Okay, let's do this. Yeah. Oh. There we go. Try it again. How does that look with... Pretty good. They had to be punished for backdocking. What? Surely not Frank. Surely not Frank. Too much sass. How is that? How is that even? All right, let me... What do I want to do with this? What do I want to do with this? Gonna darken it a little bit. I'm gonna actually bring it a little more towards blue. Let's see what that looks like. And this will also serve to kind of give a nice little spotlight on Chandelure. Oh, but I didn't, that's why. I was like, wait, it's not getting as dark as I want it to, because I need to fill this. All right, one more time. The baby is being bad. I can't tell if you're talking in the context of this conversation or if you're talking about a dog or if you're talking about an actual baby. I'm assuming not actual baby. I don't feel like you mentioned that before, but... Katie's baby. Okay, real baby. Alright, so this is good. This is good. I like this. Let's pull this ground color and go ahead and... get these background bushes in. Maybe I'll add a separate layer. Okay. Actually, maybe I can just draw them. I think that's fine. Oh, did you post it in the Discord? Let's check it out. Or is it over in Frankstagram? Close my hurricane presentation out. Just a moment. Wait, Frank, where did you send it? Where did you send it? Keep working in here while we're figuring that out. Actually, I meant to. Yeah. All right. So go at the top of the background stack. I'm gonna just slightly lighten this color and desaturate it a little bit. Probably bring this brush size down ever so slightly. Let me turn off the background Pokemon for now. Discord. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go check it out. Just gonna fill these guys real quick. Bring this back here. A little cleanup to do on the borders here, but I'll fix that in a minute. To the Discord. Oh, I see you're going with the black for shadows. I like that. That's good. Let's yeah, let's bring it on over. Beep. Oh, let me fix this. Give you a little more room. There we go. All right, so this is number 1 of the Loosey Goosey remastered. I don't know. That's the OG. Oh, so that is the very first comic, like the actual one from 22. Nice. Okay. It's funny because you just did the Goose one with the Superman inspired one, and I totally saw the Black Shadows. I'm like, oh, he's working that into his stuff. Cool. All right, so this is the original, which I don't know if I had seen this one. I don't think I'd gone back far enough to the feed, but I like it. Okay, so then this is the remaster. I can see the difference clearly. I was like, it seemed like a different style on the original one. Obviously, yeah. So is it going to be like the same dialogue, same idea? I mean, your scenes are incredible. Like, you can see the growth there, and also just your style. Like, it's, I don't know. I always love this kind of exercise where you look back at an older piece and then like kind of either redo it or look at something newer, and you can just see how far you've come. Yeah, this looks great. Is that an X in Goose's eye? Is that what? No. I was like, wait a minute. Is it like a dead eye? Don't read too much into the sketch lines, Jeff. Don't read too much into it. Not yet. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking really good. Can I ask what inspired you to focus back in on Loosey Goosey, and also on what inspired you to do the remaster? I'm gonna get in here and start tidying some of this up. You had no ideas in your brain, so you're like, well, what if I just did what I already did, but more better? Up a little bit. This is why I usually end up opting for the turning off the anti-aliasing, because it makes the fills a little bit easier. You don't get these weird internal boundaries with your lines, but at the same time, oh, you know what? I didn't even do this. I should have done this vector so I could have resized it more easily, the lines, but I didn't, so I'll just deal with it. It's cool. Well, I think it works. The idea of kind of going back, remastering, improving what you got. So do you feel like the writing is the part that gives you the hardest time in general? Because I know you've asked for, you know, we've talked about ideas you've had. I think Daisy did some. Did Fallen write some too? Speaking of which, hope Fallen's doing all right. You crazy kids. You hate the writing part. I hear you. I generally prefer the art part. I usually I also run out of ideas a lot of the time. If I don't have stuff written out, like in terms of like creating new comics. Although at least lately I've started to have more ideas and just, you know, not time to execute on them. Fallen was playing games, but you're actually gonna call her now, the Katie. Fair. All right, so how do I want to do this with, all right, because Chandelure has like these nice blues in it. It goes well with the purple. How do I want to do this with the trees? If I make them like a darker purple for like the foreground, well, I could give them like a light glow on them maybe. All right, cool. Say hey for me. Alright, well, let's try. Maybe the Chandelure itself wouldn't cast the glow, but I could do like a border light where I've got that orange coming in from the sunset, and those lines that face it could be. Alright, let's just try it. Let's just try it. Turn down these pencils, get ourselves a vector layer. See what we got. That's a little thin. 17 maybe? All right, let's try it. I'll probably turn Chandelure off for a second just to get this. Something like that. I think that works. I think it's working. Yeah, I think that'll work. Actually, maybe I'll do. That off a little bit. That looks okay. Let's do. Kind of trail it off a little bit as we get up here and away from sunsetty light source. Okay, so there's that. Just double check it. Still looking okay. I think that works. We'll go with this. Yeah, go with the darker. And actually, maybe make it even darker. Saturate it a bit more. just to make sure it stands out. And then I'll do, actually I'm gonna do another set of lines underneath to get the layering the way I want. Yeah. Maybe I'll have a third color in there. That might be a good idea. I think we're getting mostly at the effect I wanted. Yeah, I think if I add a third kind of intermediate, like that one maybe, that could work. Maybe, we'll see. I'm not as sure about this, seeing it go on, but we will just give it a try. So closing up the last of these guys. So in theory, if I merge these all down, this should give me the layering that I want. Okay, that's all right. That kind of works. Looking all right, looking all right. Yeah, should probably be. Well, I like the smoother edge on the anti-alias brush for the outside facing lines. It is a pain fixing all the internal fill stuff. Eh. I have done things in a more tedious fashion though, so I probably shouldn't complain. What I will do then is add the highlight. Mask it, soft light. All right, what do we got? Let's do a little bigger than that. Little bigger than that. That's interesting. I will probably end up blurring that, so I feel like I'm okay with it. Let's see how it looks with the Chandelure. The colors aren't quite jiving the way that I'd like. I like my background, I just don't, I don't know. Let's try this. Yeah. And that's kind of cool. I might like that a lot, actually. Yeah, I think I like that a lot. Could also darken it a little bit. What I might do is adjust the position a little of Chandelure though, because it's kind of tangenting a little bit with the tree. That kind of works. Alright, we're at 11:58. Let's see. Maybe I will do shadows yet. I'm happy with this progress I'm making. I can't keep going forever on this, but I can go a little bit longer. There we go. So if I shade it, okay, I know what I need to do. Gotcha. Okay, that's all right. That's pretty good. It's both all right and pretty good, in fact. Okay, let's go. Bring that a little closer there. That's all right. Okay, let's fill this. Fix all that stuff. Clean up these internal lines. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, da, ba, ba, ba. Ba, da, ba, da, ba, da, ba, da, ba. Ba, da, 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 da. Was this KK Groove? Yeah. Me? See? No? KK Cruisin'. Yeah, it's a good one. almost there on these shadows. Just gonna clean up this. I'm gonna add the little bit of glow, and then we'll turn the correction layer back on and probably call it for tonight. This is good progress. I did not anticipate the amount of cleanup I was gonna be doing on Chandelure, but that's okay. That is okay. I think it was worth it. I'm excited about how this piece might turn out. Okay, that looks all right. And just grab this. I do like these original colors. I just don't think they mesh that well with the Chandelure. I didn't shade up here. Okay. Okay. I think that's it. Then we'll just go. Oh, that's cool. I like that. And add in our Chandelure. Okay. I think this is coming along pretty nicely, honestly. Oh, you know what I should do? Can I get that color? Okay. 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 Just real quick. Should probably mask these. Okay. What if I just... Nope, that's not what I want. Hold on. Nope, not what I wanted either. Okay. 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 Okay, this should probably be a multiply. And this should be a soft light. feel like that ties it in a little better. Maybe. Okay. All right. That's good for tonight. I'm pretty happy with this, honestly. Okay. Cool. All right. So that wraps us up for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and bop on over. Really? Hey, I'm going to hop on over here. Yeah. Hey, well, thank you for joining me tonight and hanging out. Thanks to Frank. Thanks, Katie. It was cool hanging out with y'all. Thanks for taking me to Whataburger. that was fun. Yeah. So I plan on being back next Thursday night. That is my usual stream time. Thursday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern time here in the States. You may not be able to see it in the recording, but my schedule just popped up there. So 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific time, Thursday nights. I may do some pop-up streams, just no mic, no camera, just like while I'm sitting working on the sofa with Ash. I'll try to throw a quick at least Twitch story, if not maybe Instagram thing up, just to let you know I'm going live. Otherwise, if you follow, that's the best way to get a notification of when I happen to be going live. But you can, more or less count on me to be here Thursday nights. I think I've only missed a handful in the last couple of years. So aside from that, maybe a couple of surprise streams, just quiet ones. If you're looking for more of my work and Ashley's work, you can always find us over at on our socials as WagWorksGA. We're primarily over on Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. Those are the places where we're putting any semblance of effort in right now. But you can also check out our website, wagworksga.com. That's Wagworks, Jeff, and Ashley, Jeff with a G. Yeah, you'll find our portfolio there, sporadically updated blog posts. Of course, you can also always check out CoreToons, which I highly encourage you to do. You see our work over there. That's coretoons.substack.com. Feel free to browse without subscribing, or you can sign up for the newsletter just to get free kids comics in your inbox. And who doesn't like that, honestly? Yeah, and of course, Frank has stepped away, but he is my excellent mod. So please go give Frank a follow over. Nope, Frankstagram. I knew I did that wrong. Check out Frank's comic, Loosey Goosey Comic, over at Instagram.com. That's Loosey Goosey Comic. Yeah, it's a really good Sunday Funnies vibe. Really enjoyable. Frank's a good guy and a good artist, so do show him some love, and also make sure to check him out over on here on Twitch. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a shout out so we can do so you can direct your follows there if you so choose. There we are. Yeah, I think that about covers it. I think we'll pick up this piece next week. I want to finish it, just kind of as a good kickoff into that fall season. Yeah, and also finish laying up before I jump back in on some cartoon stuff. Probably the stream following me finishing this. What else is there? Is there anything else? I think that's about it. Yeah, I sure appreciate you joining me. If you're watching the stream lurking, I always say it, we are a lurk positive environment. So thank you for just hanging out with me, letting me share this with you. If you're watching the VOD here on Twitch or over on YouTube, thank you as well. That is another great way to support me. Yeah, if you feel like it, please leave a like, a follow, a subscribe, a comment, whatever is appropriate where you're watching, just to let me know what you thought. Or just to show some love. I sure do appreciate it. Yeah, I think that will about do it, guys. It's been fun. It was interesting to jump back into something that I last worked on about a year ago. That was yeah, especially since I've changed so much of how I've worked in the last year or more. It's interesting, but I'm happy with how this one is coming along. So, join me for the journey as we finish it. And as a note, if you're watching here right now and you like what you saw, feel free to drop a follow here. You'll get you can sign up for the alerts to know when I go live. Yeah, we generally have a good time. I like to call it like a cool art studio vibe. A lot of people will come in and draw while they're chatting, and I enjoyed that. So that'll do it, guys. Yeah, thanks again. I hope y'all have a great week. I hope y'all have a great night, and I will see you next time. Bye.